Welcome to Chatter Gang, a podcast about the magic and the gathering. And we're really gathering today. I've got representatives from the 5 colleges of Strixhaven. And I'm going to introduce them one by one. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that YouTube follow jazz, ABCs, always beaker plugin or whatever. And I'm going to get us started by introducing. Everybody want to say hi so they know how many people are here?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Not counting me, that's 4 people. That's the most I've ever had in one place. That sounds so much sadder than it was supposed
Well, yeah, call
to.
Guinness. Call Guinness. It's the most people ever gathered in one place.
Yeah, the most interesting man alive, Dos Equis. Sorry, I know he
Bing
meant the
bong.
Guinness Book of World Records, I think, but
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, it's
yeah.
the same.
Oh, it's the same?
You didn't know that the
Mhm.
Guinness beer did the. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
'Cause there's a
that's
whole
does not
news to
have a
story.
book.
me.
There's a
Oh,
story like the guy put it in the bar, right? It was in the
Yeah.
bar as
It's like
just
exactly the
competing.
questions that you ask when you're drunk. Like, who
Yes.
has jumped the highest in the world is a drunk question.
Mm-hmm.
I have existential questions when I'm drunk, so I guess that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to introduce these lovely people, and despite me representing what is supposed to be the smartest college, I didn't know that. I don't think any of them are smarter than the other, actually. I think they're just like, we're math nerds, and we're going to kill you with math. So here's Lorehold. Lorehold's representative is Kytana, who, fun fact, is an actual librarian. Say hi, Kytana.
Hello.
What's up with you? What do you got going on, Katana?
I'm touching books. I'm excited about the cards that are about touching books. Yep.
I I did want you to be on as Lorehold because of we had been talking about Strixhaven for a long time, and I also know what your profession is. So
That is correct.
I was like, hey man, let's talk about Lorehold with Katana. And I know you're also really excited about all the little guys, as you said it. And outwardly, you do look like you'd be a Golgari person, not necessarily a Boros person, but you really do be playing Jolly Balloon Man.
I do. It's like my pet deck, and I do love Boros shenanigans.
Heck yeah,
I want to
heck
cast a bunch of stuff and make a bunch of little guys.
yeah. Excellent. So that's
Yep.
Katana. They're going to be representing Lorehold. Up next, returning guest, my wife, Joke here. I will have Monica be introduced now. That's a really weird way to say that. How are you doing, Momo?
I'm great. I'm here for Prismari, uh, the artsy fartsy college, all about expression. And it's also just which is it? Yeah, it is.
Is it
And
something you're
It
super well known
yeah.
for? Yeah.
yes, but very excited about some of the cards we're gonna get to talk about in my colors, and just for the set in general. This is gonna be phenomenal. So yeah,
I'm expecting quite a few sealed picks from you because that is kind of your bread and butter as of late.
yeah, that's true. I got a little both, so we'll see what comes up.
That's fine. In lieu of you, and how much I despise sealed, but I love playing with you because at least I get to see you do well at something. I did also pick a card with sealed in mind. But when it
Let's
comes to
go.
like how I viewed you in this position, you are a singer and a dancer and an artist. And even before I really knew anything about the colleges, you were like, I'm Prismari. I didn't even get the whole concept of the video together, and I was like, I'm thinking about putting people together, and you inserted yourself in this video so fast, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm done. I don't have to do that one.
Yep, yep. 20% done with the work of deciding who's gonna be on because I was like immediately me. Thank you.
Yeah, I really wanted this episode to be with my friends, not just creators and people who I know for certain Magic spaces. Except for the last person I'm going to introduce, that was just strictly a friend pick because I have saved on my computer a picture of Rachel's card, which I'll throw up on the screen. Uh,
Oh man.
it's a very pretty card. Representing Quandrix is me. Um,
Do it.
I does anyone want to ask me a question? No, I'm kidding. I'm bad at math, everybody. I'm
You're
really.
perfect.
So objectively lying at the gig.
I am bad at math, and everyone here who has played with me, I think maybe even Chris has seen me have a small meltdown about triggers. Um,
We've
I,
all been there.
uh, oh,
That's
Rachel. I was
that's
playing.
the most blue-green thing I can imagine, the way your meltdowns with triggers go. And
Like full
yeah,
crash out. We're talking like
yeah.
flipping the
A math
table.
problem of their own creation.
Hmm.
It's
Like Monica's really lucky because her like personality colors match her playstyle colors, and not a lot of people are like that. So if you're
True.
that's
Quandrix
true.
in play style, but less so in personality, I can see how that would be difficult.
Yeah, it was a last night. Kytana was in a game with me 'cause we're recording this on a Saturday, so last night was Friday Night Magic. I was playing.
You were
Uh,
playing Choco.
I was sorry. I'm like trying not to burp. I was playing Choco,
Let it out.
and I had Choco out on the field, and then a traveling Chocobo. Then I made a copy of traveling Chocobo. Then I made a copy of traveling Chocobo.
That reminds me of the game we played on Monday with the Adrix and Nev deck.
Oh my
It's
god!
turn 3, and I have 3 Adrix and Nevs. That's great. Okay.
Hey, there's two things those decks have in common, and it's green and blue.
Yes.
Yes.
Quandrix.
Hmm.
But also
Mhm.
the commander for the reason why I'm pulling up the dragons instead of the commanders, just so everybody knows, just for like visual aid, is that they're and we're not talking about anything from the commander decks. So I guess I can use my time to explain kind of what we're doing. This is going to be like a show and tell. So each person is going to mention a card. I'm going to pull it up. They'll read what it does, or I'll read what it does, and then there'll be they'll get to talk about it. And if anybody has the same card in those two colors, they can talk about it. And that's kind of the whole gist of it. Each person's bringing at least three cards to the table, and we might mystical archives may be one of them. Yeah, that's kind of what the whole concept of this video is. And does anybody else want to make fun of me for picking the worst colors before I move on to our next person?
I would like to defend Simic, but that's it.
You're a monster, and it's been ignored. All right. So the next
The motion
person.
is denied.
Okay, heard, Your Honor.
Thank you. That broke Monica. She is cry laughing in the other room to that.
I thought I was safe to giggle maniacally because I was muted. How dare you?
No, you're welcome, Monica. I love you.
You better shut the door and soundproof it, because I'm going to tell them everything you're doing. All
Rude.
right. Now to introduce my next guest, Chris. Hello, Chris. You'll be representing Silver Quill. I actually picked you second. You were the second person I reached out to because when I think of Inklings, I think of you. And that's really ironic because the first time you and I ever played together was at MagicCon 24, and I was playing an Orzhov deck.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how are you feeling, Chris? How's the? It's also the first time I met you, but how are you feeling? How are you liking this set? What's going on with you?
I love this set. I was just saying before we started recording, like getting ready for this had me seeing how many awesome cards are in this set and reconsidering how much sealed product I'm going to purchase because, like, if there's a mystical archive in every pack, like the art is awesome on those, and the cards themselves have me going in a lot of directions, a lot of inspiration for commander decks I want to build now.
Did you open a lot of the original Strixhaven?
No, so I got back into Magic after the original Strixhaven came out. So I bought some packs after the fact because they were pretty inexpensive when I was getting
Oh
back
yeah,
in. But
yeah.
no, I did not. But I do have that Felisa Fang of Silver Quill deck, and I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe my main deck that I play. It is the one I was most deliberate about the art choices because I wanted to really make it pretty. It's a fun deck to play.
That's awesome. I'll throw that up on there when I'm editing. But we didn't start playing again until Lost Caverns came out. We almost started playing. 'Cause I'd been playing for years, and then I kind of went on and off.
Hmm.
And we opened quite a bit of Strixhaven, and the only reason I can say that is because we had about 500 negates, mystical archive negates,
Yeah,
and
that's great art. Yeah.
it's such a cool card, and then you're like, man, this has got to be worth something, and it's 2 cents.
Yeah, no.
The coolest
Yeah,
looking
I have
two
my
cent card
fancy
ever.
Mystical Archives negate in my in one of my decks. Yeah,
Ah,
and it's Selk.
excellent. Oh yeah, I don't know. Chris is really fun to play with. I would honestly say if I could categorize him in a content creator space, which not a lot of people on here are content creators, including myself. I could see him resonating with a lot of folks at Mono Black Meanies for sure. I think
Yeah.
they would
Hmm.
really like his vibe. When I think of Black and I think of fun stuff to watch people do with Black, I do think of Chris. So,
I've got my Thank you for saying that. I've got my Mono Black Ambition shirt on today in preparation for this.
heck
Let's
yeah.
go.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I'll move on to our last guest. Somebody I've known the least, and somebody I've gotten to know a lot over the last few months. We interviewed her on just the main channel. We got Rachel in Exile, aka Rachel. uh,
Yeah.
how how are you doing, Rachel? What's the weather like outside right now? What's your temperature?
Oh, it's a cool 69 degrees.
God, you are
Nice.
so lucky.
It's actually I actually don't know what the temperature is. It's kind of cloudy. The weather is in its like I can't make up its mind phase where it was like hot last week and now it's kind of overcast and rainy, but I don't mind it. I don't mind
Wow,
it.
we're having opposite weather relative to our geography right now because it is so nice and bright outside where we're at, and
Hmm.
normally
Hmm.
it's clouds constantly.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous for sure. But yeah, I'm repping House Witherbloom today
Oh,
and
yeah, that part, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, I'll go off on a tangent so quickly. Do not allow me to
No,
do
go
such a
for it.
thing.
Introduce it. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah. So when I was asked about this, I was like, well, Prismari and Silver Quill are snatched up, and those are like the two things I play the most. But I was like, okay, second to that, probably Golgari. And reflecting on kind of what the Strixhaven schools embody. Like on the inside, I'm definitely Silver Quill. If you've ever let me pontificate about anything, I am high key a wordsmith, but on the outside, I'm definitely Witherbloom. Like shave the sides of my head. I'm a lab scientist by day, so that kind of thing is my jam. And Bellatrix Witherbloom is a lady, which I also think is super super cool. Um, I vibe with it, and I've been covering Cliff Notes style of the lore with the story that's come out for Secrets of Strixhaven. So it's been a real blast and a pleasure to do so. So I'm totally flattered that I was asked to do this, and I'm super excited to share some stuff that I think is interesting from Witherbloom.
I will say a tidbit there with your lore stuff. I was upstairs waiting for our FedEx to load for an hour, and one of your it said Rachel in Exile is posted, and I watched it, and it was one of the lore videos, and I was like, oh man, I really want to get into this lore now. This is really good. So so thank you for that. I really enjoyed those. Though at least the one video I watched, I was waiting till they're all out, and then I was gonna go watch them in one package. But then I got busy. But I haven't stopped thinking about it. So
Well, thank you.
all right,
Seconded. They have been great. Yep.
Oh
Oh, you
yeah,
flatter me.
Monica is a fan, so
I
I
want to do a long form one of like the whole entire thing and put it on YouTube, but my
Yes,
production quality is just not
You should
there,
do
so
it.
I'm gonna workshop that a little.
understandable.
I would love to do lore videos. Jose and I have talked about it at some point. Oh, speaking of Jose, go follow Jose Hope Speaking. He's not here right now. He had something else to do. He was supposed to be the professor, quote unquote, but I guess we got no teacher today, so we can do whatever we want. I don't
You
know
know, if
what.
they're more than 15 minutes late, class is canceled. So
That's
You have to
true. That
watch a
is the
movie.
rule.
Yeah. I don't know what you all were like when your teacher didn't show up, but I was very much quick to be like, well, we don't got to be here anymore.
Yeah, let's blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah, I'm out. See you later. I'm gonna go play video games. Final Fantasy has
Bye.
me. Call in. That's not the set we're talking about. That's what I did do on my time, though. I was like, I'm gonna go grind in Final Fantasy. This is stupid. I got another class in an hour. All right, so we got everybody out the way, and we're gonna start our show and tell with Rachel. So Rachel, what's a card you want to talk about? What's something you want to throw out here?
Okay, the first one that I want to talk about is Professor Delian Fell. And as we talked about in my little intro, I've been researching the lore and kind of listening to the narrations and reading the story and then truncating it into Cliff Notes recap style for those of us that have short attention spans and don't really have, 45 minutes to dedicate to listen to somebody read the story out loud. So Professor Fell, in the lore wise, he's kind of like shrouded in mystery. We don't really know a lot about his intentions or where he's going, but he is super like he's involved. He's there. He's
Do you
involved with
wanna
Lewin.
talk about what Fell does, or do you want to get to that after you're talking
I can
about the lore?
I can
It's
talk
up to you.
about what Fell does.
Just so people know
It's
while you talk about him.
yeah. So he's kind of revealed to be a planeswalker by Oracle Jadzi when Lewin is kind of put off by Professor Fell. Fell is like shutting down everything that Lewin has to say, and he feels like he really needs to prove himself. And Lewin goes as far as to even like attack one of his bullies and kind of shank him. And Fell shows up, busts
What?
up the party. No, for real. Um, he shows up, and it was like, okay, like you've gone way too far. You need to get good, or you need to go find some other place to be. You need to go back to Lorwyn because that's not how we do it here on this plane. So figure yourself out. So Lewin's kind of like on this quest to prove himself, and he finds this shrine cavern with the archaics, and there's a snarl there, and the snarls are kind of important to how the mana presents itself on Strixhaven. Um, and Fell's like, what did you see in the cavern? And Lewin doesn't tell him. And then Tam eventually convinces Lewin to kind of be forthcoming to tell Fell what was there. And so he does. They end up bebopping back to that cavern, and then there's so much going on in that story. There, like, I don't want to spoil all of it here, but Lewin definitely does attack another student with a shiv, and that was crazy. But it is implied that Fell is trying to kind of manipulate time to like save somebody that he once loved. So there's some theories on is Fell, is this like a Liliana and Professor Onyx situation that we don't know about, and it hasn't been revealed yet. But this card in particular, like I've gotten away, I think, from playing with planeswalkers in my
Yeah.
commander decks for some, like they're cool, but they don't always do what you want necessarily, or it just kind of takes up space.
Yeah.
But for the purposes of the audio here, Professor Delianfell is 2, a black, and a green. You have +2, you gain 3 life. 0, you draw a card and lose 1 life. -3, destroy target creature. And for his alt, -6, you get an emblem with whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. So this card is relevant to the other cards that I want to show because I kind of have this concept of where I'm going with things I want to build and things I want to see and things that are interesting to me. But there is some good synergy with life gain in Golgari, life gain, life loss, and I'm seeing situations where like a bloodthirsty conqueror would be we super. I mean, you know where this is going.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah,
bloodthirsty
yeah.
conqueror, whenever opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Like a veto, Thorn of the Dusk Rose, which is whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life, or even like enduring tenacity, which is same concept, but once it's removed, it comes back as in the form of an enchantment. So there's a lot of possibilities here. I think with entering in that black hole of life gain, life loss, even like old Aetherflux Reservoir. I think you can easily in these colors boost yourself up to a massive amount of life gain here, and I'm really excited to talk about the rest of them too, but I will keep them kind of under wraps for now. But also looking at the art, this is I'm
Was
glad that
this
this is
the
the one
art
that you
you
pulled
wanted?
up
Okay, cool.
because this is exactly the one that I had wanted and I had seen, and I was like, "Good God, that man looks so flossy." Okay, hello, he's like serving "See you next Tuesday" hardcore in in this art, and I I could go on for so long
I can
about the
tell.
art, but I also, want to be a person that's like, okay, well, we can also talk about the mechanics and how this works in the game instead of being like, it's a cute animal, because you gotta get you somebody that does both, because I definitely will.
Well then, I can say I didn't do that much thought, and I am so proud of you because mine is going to be so much more simple than that. You've really set a bar for everyone else to fall under.
Well, I thought I was like gonna be the one that talked the least. I was like, oh God. I
No,
mean,
you're
I only
fine.
been playing for like a year and a half. I'm like, I probably know the least out of all y'all turkeys.
Sometimes it's just I like a card, and here's why I like it. And so I'm good. I'm glad you have a lot of reasons, and you really built up to. Katana also, I put a lot more effort into this than I think I was ever going to. So thank you for being better at my job than me. um, did you have anything else you wanted to say about Professor Delian Fell?
No, but I hope that we get more story about him and we figure out who the hell he is.
It is a cool planeswalker, I will admit. Anybody have any thoughts on Delian Fell they want to share before we move on to Chris?
I
I
do.
like.
Oh boy.
Yeah. No, I love this card. I have one of my favorite decks that I have, commander decks, is Baitor Ancestor's Voice. So it's all about gaining life, losing, controlling my life loss.
Yeah.
And the fact that the ultimate creates an emblem sanguine bond, so you can't interact with it, you can't get rid of it, like is pretty sweet. And it starts at 5 loyalty, which some of the planeswalkers in
Right?
this set do. That's nuts. You're one turn away.
That and the just its zero is pretty good too. So I
Yes.
think as far as planeswalkers go, they did knock it out of the park with design here.
Hmm.
I
Katana.
like that the art in the back looks like a snarl.
It
Oh, it
does. I
does.
actually
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, I like the white and black on each side. I know it's kind of greenish, but like how it like the decay or growth, that's all about the
Mm.
really good
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah.
This art is very good. I'll pull up the other art just because I even like this the whoops. I don't want to save the image. Oh no. The
The
They're gonna
standard
send the
art.
Pinkertons if you don't copyright
oh
that.
god no. The Strixhaven Pinkertons. Even this art, I like the just regular art of it and how it breaks the
Hmm.
border on the top. But it's still very legible, still very readable. I would be happy if I pulled this. I pulled an Oko last night, and I was still like, that's pretty cool. This one's definitely for a 4 drop, 5 star, zero good cost, 3 to get. This is going to be an attack as soon as possible. It incentivizes you to attack a planeswalker because I think sometimes they
Yeah.
get ignored
Agreed.
especially in commander environments. They just like, yeah,
Mhm.
okay. So many times I've pulled a Renin 6 or a Renin 7, whichever one lets you pull all your lands out of your graveyard while continuously pumping them in, and I get like a ton of landfall triggers. People just don't notice it happening, or there's bigger threats happening. This is like, I gotta kill this immediately, because in a Sephiroth deck, this would also go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you let him live long enough to get that emblem.
It's a really
Yeah,
good
the thing
first
is,
card.
if you can cast him and then proliferate once, you can just ult him right there.
Yeah.
That's what's really cool about it.
Yeah, that's great.
You
Like,
think about planeswalkers as like an enchantment where you got to be able to do something right away to make it
Mm-hmm.
worthwhile instead of something that's going to stick around forever, you know?
oh yeah, and it makes every card printed that says destroy target planeswalker a little more valuable finally.
Yeah, yeah, definitely need flexibility for that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. I think that's a pretty good point to move on. Chris, you're already getting into the groove of talking, so thank you, Rachel. I'll give you a small golf clap. That was a very good presentation on your first card. I promise
Why,
mine will
thank
not
you.
be that in depth. Chris, what do you what's a card you want to talk about?
So my first one is a mono black card, Grave Researcher. I did try to branch out into both colors a little bit, but Grave Researcher is awesome. It's a 3 mana, 2 and a black for a 3/3 Troll Warlock. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil one. Then, if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, this creature becomes prepared. So the prepared spell is Reanimate. So put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. You lose life equal to that card's mana value. Um, I think this card is awesome. I think Prepared is awesome. So for 3 mana, you get a 3/3 Surveil one on my upkeep. I would already almost consider that for a lot of the decks I play.
Oh yeah.
I love to mess around with my graveyard, but the Prepared spell being Reanimate makes this a perfect fit for the same deck I just talked about, my Baitor Ancestors Voice deck. Um, Reanimate is maybe the best spell in that deck because it's doing what the deck wants to do, reanimating, also controlling my life total so I can reanimate something else later. So it's basically a second copy of that card because the prepared condition is so easy in the type of deck
Oh
that wants
yeah.
to play this card. Um, so it immediately goes in that deck, and yeah, prepared is awesome.
I
I
do
hope other
like
people have
it.
prepared spells because they are preparing a lot of iconic spells. So it's
Mm-hmm.
something that's like accessible and familiar, but still a really new, unique design space. You know?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Getting to see some of the ones that have the prepared spell. I also like that they added the prepared mechanic in general because it feels
Yeah.
very D&D to me.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
one of the inspirations for Magic as a whole was Dungeons and Dragons, and I think this would have fit well in that set. But I'm glad they saved it for a set that is so involved in like the mystical archives and knowing all the knowledges of Magic. And then they put
Mhm.
Ancestral Recall on a card, and I got a little upset. But hey,
Yeah.
whatever,
Well, it can
whatever.
kind of hurt the reserve list by making it's not that spell.
That's
It also
true.
does that effect. It's
Oh
nice.
yeah.
Very
Um,
covert.
Yeah.
yeah, I have thought they're all happy thoughts, but they're all concerned thoughts at the same time. I'm like a parent. Like, I like what you've done here, but you've also made a nuke. So let's see how you use it, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, exactly.
Aim at the
You know, I was
Great Lakes.
listening I was listening to some interview with Richard Garfield, and he was asked about the reserve list, and he didn't know anything about it. But he was like, if you said you were going to do that, you should do it, but you should not have said that thing. So this is a way to kind of satisfy both conditions of that statement.
It's excellent. Yeah, was that with who was that interview with?
I believe it was on Tulare Community College.
It was the one with
Yeah.
the professor. That's what I thought.
Yep.
I didn't want to assume that. I also watched the interview. That's a very good interview. If anybody
Hmm.
listening hasn't seen it, go watch it. If you do really love this game, it might make you cry. It did make me cry
Yeah.
a little. It was very sweet.
Oh dear.
It was really good though.
I need to
Hmm.
watch it.
It was
Yeah,
good.
I'll have to
I
check it
haven't
out.
seen it.
Oh, thank God you all started talking because I started coughing so much. um, Chris, you got anybody else got any thoughts they want to have on Grave Researcher before I move on?
I really like it. I have in my selection too a card that has the prepare mechanic, and I don't remember which. It was one of the Magic sponsored kind of like back brief about Strixhaven and how they designed it and yada yada yada. But they all seemed like kind of stumped on why they never did the prepare thing before, and it just seems like a natural direction that the game and the cards would go. And it, like, I, to your point of it fitting super super well in Strixhaven, where this is a school where they are
Hmm.
learning their respective,
Crafts.
like flavor of magic. It just makes so much sense. And I'm really really interested to see how this plays out in actual play, because like
Hmm.
this card in particular, the one that I have in mind too, like there's ways to get the creature prepared again, but, and I haven't looked at all of them, but there are some that it seems like a little more niche for how you can prepare the creature. So
Hmm.
like I'm super super curious to see how this goes and the clever ways that people find, whether it's like blinking them or whatever. But
Hmm.
like there's so many different opinions on both sides of it, where people are like, okay, this is actually cracked, and then some people are like, okay, but it's, you have to re-prepare it, there's conditions for it. So there's not really a lot of people that are in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just super super, I'm so curious to see, because I'm going to play on pre-release for this set, of course.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I'm so curious to see how this works and how this influences the game going forward, whether it's something that they adopt in future sets, or if it's going to be kind of more a thematic thing that only applies in where it matters in the story, if you will. Like, just super curious.
Right.
But I really like the selection that you made here, and it's everybody
I
loves surveilling. Come on.
I
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
do
What
definitely hope that it's a
I
primer for something in the future.
it reminds me of, I was telling Monica the other day, it reminds me of what is it, Oathbreaker?
Oh
When you get
yeah.
the Planeswalker
Yeah.
with a signature spell.
Yes.
That's what this makes me think of, and I think that's what made me interested in Oathbreaker to begin with, and I think it's a really cool way of bringing that into other formats. But one negative I'll say about this card is it doesn't do anything until your next turn. It doesn't enter prepared, so you're
Yeah.
not
True.
able to prepare it until your next upkeep when you surveil and hopefully have cards in your graveyard.
Katana, were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna say that I really like how thematic the prepared cards are, because they have like classic magic cards as their prepared spells.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And like all of the Strixhaven, like from the first wave of Strixhaven, all of those students are now like older or teachers. And there's like a new
Yeah.
generation of Strixhaven students who are learning the like classic magic spells as their prepared spells. I like that
Hmm.
it's like thematic as well as a card mechanic. I thought it was like a good touch.
That's so right. So true.
Yeah, good
That
point.
is very good. I think I'll put a wrap on Grave Researcher. I think it is a good card. I'm glad somebody, and it does not surprise me that it was Chris, was going to bring up the first prepared card in our little set. I had a feeling that Rachel was going to do a little bit of story. I didn't think we were going to get that in depth, but I definitely thought Chris was going to go for the newer mechanic, and it was a very good, classic, understandable way of explaining this mechanic up front. So, if we would all like, I would like to move on to my first pick because it's much less thoughtful and much more cute. um, I picked as one of my cards Geometer's Anthropod.
Oh, cute.
Hell yeah,
Are
crab.
y'all familiar with
Oh, it's the
this
crab.
this little horseshoe
The little
crab?
guy.
That's super cute.
Oh my god, I love it.
Most specifically, the special study art. I'm actually, to give you a little insight, terrified of horseshoe crabs. Uh,
Really?
for science reasons, they're lovely. For like actual beings, lovely. There's just something about the look that goes, "That's an alien, and that's trying to kill me," but I know it's not. And I've played with horseshoe crabs before. They're very lovely little creatures. This thing is adorable. And that's why I picked it. But to
I
get
have so many questions about that. I'm putting a pin in it to ask you later.
yeah, well, you can ask me later. And there's gonna be my wall of text about horseshoe crabs. But
Yes.
this little guy is so cute. Geometer's arthropod is Simic, just a green and a blue, for a fractal crab creature. Whenever you cast a spell with X in its mana cost, look at the top X cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And I love doing this in my decks. I'm very much a person who doesn't like to tutor unless I'm playing at a certain level.
Mhm.
And so I love instead to cycle through my deck to look for things. And some people who have played my decks, which is basically just Jose, has only complained about how much shuffling my decks do. But it's a really effective way to make it look like you're doing a lot when you're not actually doing anything, and that's how I simic bullshit. And that's it. Also, this guy's just so cute. I'm staring at him on my computer screen and I can't get over it. I want to just use this card. I love it. That's it for me. It's a 1/4, so it's a thickie too.
Yeah.
But I also love X spells, and that's something I really liked. At first, I was like, I don't fit this Quandrix gig at all. I'm bad at math. I'm not really an educational person. Then they said X spells and exponentials. How do you feel about that? And I went, very good, thank you. I will take more of that, please.
This is excellent.
So, does anybody want to talk about how perfect this little guy is?
I love
I
him.
love him. I love that the field notes are back. Yes, continue to
Yeah.
do this. Thank you very
Agree.
much.
Agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you notice that in the bottom right it is a little horseshoe? There's a little horseshoe.
Oh my god,
drawing
it
there.
is.
Who
It is.
who doodled that? Who doodled that?
I
Me.
think Michael Well, I can't see something like
It's
that.
Michael McRae. Sorry.
One thing that this reminds me of that I like about this return to Strixhaven compared to the original is that some of the weird critters have like real shapes now. Like inklings aren't just blobs of
Hmm.
ink anymore. They're cool little birds and stuff. And the fractals, have more of a defined animalistic quality than they did in the first set. I love like from the commander set, the Primo, the wolf fractal. Like
Yeah.
this is just
Mhm.
another example of that. I really like that they're defining them, making them a little bit I don't know, more relatable than
Well,
just a 0/0 or whatever.
it also kind of speaks true to how education and knowledge works is that the more you gain, the more you can refine it, and the better it can become, whether that's good or bad. Sometimes that's terrible, but it's all awesome nonetheless. And so, like, awesome in the literal definition. So, like you said, you're like this would have just been a little cuboid K9 looking dude from Doctor Who back in the day, and now it's like a little critter that actually swims. It's got bubbles coming out.
Hmm.
It's so cute. I could just dote over this thing for like 10 more minutes, but anybody have any more thoughts, or would we like to move on to Monica?
Good
I
little
just
guy.
want to
Thanks.
thanks for your service. We love you.
Oh, guy.
Thank you. Well, I was gonna say pour one out for the little guy, but that's a terrible implication.
Yeah,
I mean,
we want him to
No,
fractals
maybe
live.
come,
not that.
No,
fractals
no, no.
come
He's
and
still
go.
alive.
He's good. He's
Yeah.
good. He's a cool little guy. Prismari representative, present your project. I guess I don't know.
Okay. So I would first like to talk about flow state,
That's a blue card, right?
which is blue. Yes.
Weep.
So flow state is 1 and a blue. It's a sorcery. It says look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Cool, cool. However, if there is an instant card and a sorcery card in your graveyard, instead put 2 of them into your hand on the rest and the rest on the bottom in any order. Okay,
I'm glad you picked
I'm
this
going to talk
card.
about I'm going to talk about the non-magic implications first. Just the idea of flow state, of being so into what you're doing that you get more efficient at it. You get fully absorbed. It's like psychologically one of the coolest states you can be in, right? And I love that. I like one of the ways I perform art is through hula hooping, and it just speaks to me and makes me happy. The art here on the card, that is not a hula hoop, but it is a circle. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna take that win where it is. And that makes me happy. But also, this is, I think, gonna be busted. It is sorcery speed. Just gonna hold it back a little. That's fine. This is such good card selection if you have any kind of spell slinging going on. It is not hard to achieve an instant and a sorcery in your graveyard. I think sealed wise, this is going to be one of the best card advantage spells that you can find in a pack. And I am just thrilled to see this as a part of the set. I think it's so cool. Um, and yeah, that's it's like what is the name of the one that is normally draw three, pick one? Is it? It's
Is it
not preordained because
brainstorm?
that goes back on top. I can't
There's
remember. Is it ponder?
Brainstorm.
I was
It's
That
brainstorm,
thing.
I think.
okay. Yeah, I said brainstorm, but I was like, there's also like five
Yeah,
other cards that do that
it's
Mm.
same thing.
brainstorm.
Yeah. So it's that, but then you have the chance to make it better if you are and one instant, one sorcery, not a high bar even if you're not spell slinging, frankly. Like commander wise, also not hard to achieve. Like
Oh yeah.
it's pretty good. One removal, one ramp spell. Cool. You got it.
This is very good in a standard format that has
Mhm.
certain metas that enjoy or that appreciate and want to work on certain spells being in your graveyard while also
Hmm.
not continuously putting cards in your graveyard. I think it's going to hurt the Monument to Endurance meta a little bit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But I also think in a sealed environment, this is a very good card. I do like it. It's a good uncommon.
The first commander it makes me think of is Gale, Waterdeep Prodigy,
Mm.
where
Yeah.
you're casting things from your graveyard. If you cast something of the other type, instant or sorcery from your hand, I think that's a really good home for it too.
Oh, yeah. I can see that.
Like wants to live there for sure.
Yeah.
I think this was a card I pointed out to you very early on, Monica, and I was like, this is going to be busted, and I just ranted for like 10 minutes about all the things you could do with it in the current standard format, and I was walking around the apartment going, God damn it, Is it gets everything. They get all the fun toys, and I just gotta sit here and keep playing my lands off the top of my deck and get encounter. I'm so mad. That was just me for like a maybe 10 minutes straight.
Yeah, it's hard when like you make card draw a really good thing to do in your game and then you say, "Oh yeah, one of these colors is going to do card draw real good."
That's a
Um
good point.
And the other color it's with is going to hurt you constantly. Haha. And cost reduction, for people who don't know, is also pretty good in standard right now. So this is
And
just going to be a one blue.
if we're still shouting out podcasts that don't need shouting out, Command Zone has an episode about like entering the flow state and how it applies to Magic the Gathering, where Jimmy Wong
yeah,
talks about it. So that's
Ooh.
an interesting listen too.
I haven't heard that one, but I mean this is for me it's more like sorting cards is a flow state activity for me,
Yeah.
I
but
agree.
Oh yeah.
so it's yeah, it's just one of those things where this is such a joy-bringing hobby and to have a reference to one of the things that personally brings me and a lot of other people joy on a card is cool.
Yeah. I think this is an excellent selection for you when you pick this, and when I saw it, even before I read it to you, I immediately thought of you hula hooping and getting to watch you do that because it is a treat, and I feel bad for all the people who haven't gotten to see it. I watched a video this morning of you doing it just because I was sitting at my computer.
Cute.
That's
All
so
right,
sweet.
so I love it. Great uncommon. I'm gonna be so mad every time I sign into Arena and play. Anyways, Katana, representative of Lorehold, what do you got? What's your first card?
Molten Note. It is X and Boros.
Oh, I gotta scroll all the way back
Sorry,
down. Why?
because you gotta scroll.
It is what it is. At least we're doing this in some type of an order. Alright, go ahead. Tell us which card does.
Okay, it's X and Boros. It's a sorcery, and it deals damage to target creature equal to the amount of mana spent to cast the spell, then untap all creatures you control. You can also flashback it for 6 and a Boros. It
Yeah.
has everything I love about Boros just fucking printed on a card. I love direct damage. I love untapping my stuff. I love doing the card again. So I saw this card and I got really excited.
I don't know why Monica
Uh,
has herself muted because she's laughing in the other room like crazy. Um,
so I play 2 decks that have Boros, one's Mardu, but I was like, I'm gonna put this in both of them. It's an uncommon. I'm so excited. And I can see people using them in other decks that are Boros or Naya. Like this is gonna go crazy in Sammy, Wildcat Captain. Just
Oh,
that X
yeah.
is gonna be humongous. So rip to anyone who has to deal with that. This card just gave me so much joy, and I was very excited. I was like, this is Boros. When I got Boros, I got excited because that's like one of my favorite colors in Magic. And then I saw this card, and I was like, hell yeah, this is Boros. It's bullshit, and it gives me so much fun. And I just want to tap my stuff to cast it for a big X cost, and then untap my stuff and do more bullshit. And it just gave me lots of joy. Cause like I play like a Boros little guys deck, so like I'm gonna cast it for a small cost and then cast it for a big cost later, and get to do it twice, and it's gonna be so much fun for me. I don't know about anybody else, but
Yeah.
that's your problem.
You gotta deal with it as it comes.
Yeah,
This is
and then like,
such
no, go ahead.
it's such a metal card name too. Molten Note, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he said honk.
I
You could
I
tell he
love
is blasting with that little French horn or whatever that thing is. That thing is screaming
French
Yeah.
death
horn.
metal in the background.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead,
love
Chris.
flashback as a mechanic. It's one of my favorite. Like I'm trying to explore that space with a couple different decks I'm working on right now. Just the stuff from the graveyard that Lorehold College does is really cool. And I really love flashback cards that have like a different kind of cost than the original
Yeah,
spell. Like it being an 8, it's going to be, hey, 8 damage if you cast it from your graveyard.
Yeah.
It's flexible. The first time you cast it, it's 8 the second time. And like another card that it reminds me of is Summons of Saruman, which is X when you cast it the first time, and then flashback it's 5 and exile X cards from your graveyard. So I love the needle you have to thread to cast this spell and make it work right for your deck.
I I when I see this, and to let you all into my little weird mind palace, I X cost one infringing on my domain here. Two, uh, the fact that you can do damage to target creature interests me immensely, especially since when I'm playing Boros, I play artifacts. I'll be supplementing certain things for artifacts, and I'll usually go into kind of an artifact build. And there are certain artifacts and certain other creatures where if you hit it real hard, it hurts other people.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I would definitely use it for that, and I think a lot of people are going to get that idea or already had it when they read this card, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring that up as being a possibility for this card to do damage to something while also dealing damage to others.
Think about this in a Hinata deck too, where your spells cost less
Mm.
for each target.
I think Momo
That's
just
revolting,
gagged
Chris.
from the other room.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
perfect.
Hinata will just make anyone gag in general, but yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Someone needs to stop muting herself because she has the best reactions ever, and she's just letting it slide through. And I'm like, man, there's a lot of no noise in the background here for all the jokes I'm banging out.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm so quiet. I'm so quiet. You'll never hear me. I'm sorry.
our cat, as she was described to us. We have a little tangent. We have a cat, and when she was given to us, they said she's so quiet you'll never know she's here. She's just gonna hide under the bed. She's so sweet, but she is timid. We had her for a week, and then she got right up in our faces and started screaming at us, and
Oh my
hasn't
god.
stopped for 3 years.
Yep.
She had a lot to say. She just needed the right people.
Yeah, she's still saying
Correct.
it. She'll
She
walk
was
into a room
practicing.
to us, and Katana has the other best relationship with our cat. She will walk in and go, "Hello." It's
She
jarring.
will. If you don't give her enough attention, she will start just smacking the back of your head.
Yeah.
That's true.
Uh, so anyways, Molten Note's a cool card.
It's good. I like that Lorehold is like their theme is like leave no stone unturned is like their college motto, and it's like archaeological, and I like that they're doing a lot of Boros graveyard shenanigans, which is forcing people to be creative with how they play Boros. That made me very excited.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think that's been one of my bigger gripes with Boros in this set, as much as I think Boros needs some sort of identity outside of what it has, is that it does feel very black to me um, in this set. But hey, if it's cool, I don't care if it breaks the color pie a little. It's Secrets of Strixhaven. They're gonna do, Strixhaven's gonna do weird stuff with colors and spells however they want.
Yeah, I mean, there's old white cards that will bring things out of the graveyard.
Yeah,
Even reanimate things,
yeah.
Living Breath, I think one of them is called. But
A
that
lot.
has me. I want to make a Boros Reanimator deck just to be weird.
Yeah,
I
because a
think you
lot of
should.
the cards I think of that do recursion are usually for like smaller creatures or like small
Yeah, like
cards.
Sun Titan. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is kind of like, well, you guys don't really get enough mana in these colors, so just, I don't know, steal shit out of your graveyard and use it again. Whatever. Here's a refund. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's keep giving money to the police, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Kytana, are you good? Do you got anything more you want to say about this?
I'm all good.
Okay, good, because guess what? You're going again, unless I can do the teacher thing, and I've always wanted to do the teacher thing. Which
What's the
is
teacher thing?
somebody volunteer, I'm gonna pick. The problem is I have Chris and Monica in here who would be like, I'll go next.
Yeah,
I
I
can
know.
go
I'm like,
again
Yeah.
if you want.
yeah.
You can go next, Katana. That's fine. That's how I told you guys we were gonna do it. I just thought I'd throw it out there, but then I realized who my captive audience is right now.
That is a good call.
Overachievers in school?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on. Are all of you overachievers? All four of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it
Okay,
comes to
yeah, all
magic,
of us.
maybe.
Yeah, all of us. I was like scientist, librarian. Yep, all of them.
Scientist, librarian, two project managers. I work in logistics.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the bottom half of this bargain here. I was really good in school in the sense that I went and I showed up.
Jase.
That's not
Got
even
that perfect
true.
attendance award every
Nope.
semester.
I didn't.
Damn.
I almost had a truancy issue. That's not a joke. My parents were real mad. Katana, get me out of this hole. Tell me your next card, please.
Improvisation capstone.
What color is that?
Mono red.
Thank you. I'm so scared of truancy, and I'm in my 30s.
The
You
fear
want
of God has been put in you.
Good job, America. You want the oh God, I forgot there were more lessons. Do you want the original art or the really cool art?
The really cool art.
The really cool art. I don't know why I asked. I knew you would want this.
That is cool.
It looks like they're studying Avatar Plane, and they have no access to that.
Also, one
Yeah,
of
how
them's
did they
got
know?
a hula hoop.
How did they find out about Avatar Aang? I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. If I was an artist, I would use Monica as a reference for the people who. Everyone here except Rachel knows Monica in person, and I would use Monica as a reference for all of these drawings, including the one with the hula hoop.
Hell yeah.
I feel left out. I want to see Monica too.
I'll have him send you a picture so you can send her a hula hoop video.
Yes, please.
I'll send you.
I
a
feel
hula
so
hoop
left
video.
out.
But it even
I am like the Witherbloom student at the table alone. The weird.
No.
Damn it!
But like even like figure wise, body shape wise, and movement wise, this all reminds me of Monica, and it makes me very happy. Except she's not blue and she doesn't have pointy ears, or I don't know what that hair is. But you kind of had hair like that at one point.
At one point.
Yeah.
I'm glad you picked this katana. It was on my list too.
Oh yeah,
It got me. It got me so lit.
I was surprised. I was not expecting anybody to have this, like anybody to have two of the same card. That makes me so excited. I'm so glad it's you two. You two, go ahead and talk describe a card. You get to pick who reads it. You get to tell what it does, and you guys get to talk about it. Have fun.
Okay. What about you? Read it, Jace.
I'll read it.
Go for it.
Improvisation Capstone 5 and 2 red. Sorcery Lesson. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile cards with total mana value 4 or greater. You may cast any number of spells from among them without paying their mana costs. Paradigm. It is a mythic. I will go pull up the other card just to read the Paradigm tag for everybody, because I do think Paradigm is very cool. Paradigm is then exile this spell. After you first resolve a spell with this name, you may cast a copy of it from exile without paying its mana cost at the beginning of each of your first main phases. Alright, Cutie Crew, take it away.
Okay, so I immediately thought I have a Firelord Zuko deck, and it said exile like 85 times on the card, and it got me very excited. Because Firelord Zuko is cast everything on my turn and get a million exile triggers, and it kind of also has the spirit of both a Boros card and an Izzet card, which is just like exile, free stuff, and also don't forget do this shit again.
Yes.
So I was just very excited about it. And I was just like, this card is making it rain for everyone who cares about multicast triggers and from exile triggers. So I'm hoping it sees a lot of play, even though the paradigm mechanic is new and it has a relatively high CMC.
Mm-hmm.
So it just got me very excited. The art is very pretty, and there is a little hula hooping person on it.
Yeah, this is made me think of my Kuja deck,
Mm,
and just that if I was able to like turbo ramp into this like turn 3 or 4, which is possible, I'm just set. I'm gonna be able to kill everyone, and that seems great.
right. That's
Um,
exactly how I felt.
I love Paradigm. I think it's so fun because
Mm-hmm.
they had that old cycle. Was it Epic where like you would cast it and then you'd get it again at
But
every
you
upkeep, but it
can't
was
cast anything else.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
this concept is cool. That sucks.
Hmm.
So I'm really excited to overpay for something to be able to keep getting it. Like, it's a little
Yeah,
bit of investment now for a lot of fun every turn from now on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
As
like
long as no one counters the first one, I'm set.
yeah, yeah. It's an
Yeah,
enchantment basically that says, "Hey, I've got this spell every turn." You know,
right.
an
But
unremovable
it
enchantment that says that.
I have
but it
infinite
does.
rebound.
Yes, I did see one girl on TikTok say there's like a mono white card that says remove a face up card in exile and put it back into their owner's
Yeah.
graveyard.
Okay. Okay.
Rude. Don't do that.
But it is literally like an ancient card. Like that's it. They haven't dealt with that in so long because they're like exile. You're not going to interact with that. That's over there. You don't do that.
I
Oof.
just want to
Might have to.
say, as you're talking about this card, I'm staring off into the mid view, and like Vietnam sirens are going through my head, thinking
Oh
about
my
all
god.
of the terrible things you're gonna do. Oh, so for people who
Yay!
don't know, Monica is a monstrous player. She is so
No.
good at the game. She's terrifying as hell.
Don't tell my
Um,
secrets.
so I will. So whenever you give her new toys to play with, it becomes just, well, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with every couple of weeks for the next few months.
I love what Katana said originally about this card. It says exile from a million times. You know, any deck. I didn't think about that with Paradigm. I was like, yes, Paradigm is cool. You get to cast a spell every turn, but you're casting it from exile, and
Yeah.
it's giving you spells to cast from exile. So any deck that cares about that is just so happy to have this card.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have a Fire Lord Zuko deck too, and this didn't even occur to me. And as I was having the Vietnam sirens and implosions going off in my head, but for different reasons, as though I am causing the implosions, I'm not suffering them. Because
Yeah.
now
I'm
you have just
excited.
given me
Yes. Yes. Yes.
fodder for my baby boy Zuko.
Yes. I support everyone's rights and wrongs.
He needs all
Amen.
the
You
love
know
he
what?
can
I
get.
love that. I respect that.
Yes.
Player removal is removal, I guess. I'm just gonna be over here doing a science project, being like, guys, look, I made the numbers so big, and they're like, you have 1 life. But look, he's so big. Wait, that actually
Does he
happened
have
in a game with
trample?
me and Kytana.
That
When I
happened literally yesterday. You're like, I have 1 million birds, and I was like, Zuko is huge.
well, that game I put, what was it, like 518,000 counters on Ouroboros, and you just like,
Oh
and
Jesus
then I'm gonna
Christ!
shoot you in the face. I was like, yeah,
Oh yeah, I
thank
was
you.
like,
You're like,
I
so
was like, oh yeah,
anyway.
I have a gun.
So anyway, here's
Yeah.
Wonderwall. Here's the damage right to the face.
Yeah, I was just happy that they let me do it because I was like, please, I will not kill you next turn, but I can make this guy real big. And you're like, I'll let it. I'll see what happens. I'll make a decision when you do it. They could have just killed me at any time, so they were really just like, I want to see how big that worm gets.
I just want to see how the fun thing happens. Then I will
Right.
kill you.
Yeah, like the game was over on their turn, but we really wanted to see a 1 million Ouroboros, and I almost got there.
Hell yeah.
Uh, thank you for this. Card, if you can call it that. Also, the original art's pretty cool too. But Monica, you wanna shoot us out? You wanna give us another one, or you wanna pass on getting to mention your card as well?
Yeah, I yapped already. I will pass my turn.
All right. Oh no, I haven't prepared for this. What is my next card? I actually do have my cards ready. I'm a very prepared boy. My next card I'm going to talk about is Tam Observant Sequence. Oh, I just got to her. Cool. Uh, Tam Observant Sequencer is 2 and a Simic, which is green and blue. Legendary creature. Gorgon Wizard. I love Gorgons. It has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, Tam becomes prepared, and its prepared spell is Deep Sight, which is also Simic, and sorcery. You draw a card and gain 1 life. I just like anything that's got landfall on it. I also secretly love Pauper Commander, and I was like, I would play this as a Pauper Commander as somebody who's already made a Pauper Commander landfall deck in Gruul. Um, I just like wanted to also emphasize how other prepared spells can be prepared, because I didn't think they were gonna put land that as a landfall trigger. I thought it was gonna always be something like at your upkeep, or you do X amount of things, or you do this, and this is just like, hey, we're gonna give you the land colors, the ramp colors, and then you get to prepare a spell every time you do it. So you better not
Yeah.
just dump all those. You better start thinking about how many times you want to like play this card in sequence. This is like asking to hurt my brain and make me sad, because I'm going to be like, and then this land drops, and then at this speed I got to figure out how to make this an instant to react to this and this and this, and figure out how to make it react as a land drop, because you can't really do that. So how do I
Mhm.
make this work? And then I'll draw myself out and be like, I did it. What did I do? I don't know, but I did a lot, man.
Yeah, the
Did a
opportunity to
lot.
put breaks on this card was to say whenever you play a land, and even then, there's so many ways to play more than one land on a turn, just
Oh yeah,
passively. Yeah.
and I do play a Simic landfall deck, quote unquote. It is Zamone, which is why I picked Quandrix, because I play the Zamone from Duskmorn. And that deck is a Simic bullshit deck where I literally just try to play all of my basic lands as fast as possible, and then whatever happens after that happens. I don't know. Sometimes I make a trillion bugs, sometimes I get an Omniscience on turn 3 and I don't do anything. It's a really dumb deck that I love to play. It has
You
every
know that
card in it that says Manifest Dread. Go
that
ahead,
deck
Rachel.
involves math, man. I think you actually like math. There's like prime numbers involved with that.
No, the whole thing is that the whole time they're playing, they're like, "Why did I do this to myself?"
Yeah, that's the crash out that we had discussed. Is it's like, oh no, it's not math, it's landfall. It has math.
What's
It has
It has
math.
so
amazing
much math.
It's all making sense to me now. I understand. I
Yeah.
have the full picture now.
And then
is
they have their hand out like a doctor in surgery, and you just have to keep putting dice in it.
that's that's true. I'll look over at you and be like, I need more pot. In which, if you don't know what their bag says, it sounds real weird. But
I
they
have a
just
giant dice bag that says "not pot" on it in big letters.
Okay,
and
that's awesome.
I turn to them and I say, I need more pot. And they just start handing me handfuls of dice. And then I go, okay, so I finished this trigger and this part of the stack has resolved. And then I look over here and I'm like, oh crap, now I got to draw 14 cards and drop 2 more lands. And that's going to cause me to flip over 3 more cards. And then I have to look at the flipped over cards and I don't know what they are. And then I'm like,
And I haven't done my scoot triggers yet. Like,
and what's terrible about it is this will take 20 minutes, and then I'll just look to my left or right, depending on where I'm sitting, and go, I pass. And you're like, what was that for? Why are we here? Who are we? It's existentialism of the deck.
yeah. I to to go back to this card you've currently got pulled up. I appreciate that it is such a meta name because in order to take advantage of her as a commander, you are going to need to be an observant sequencer of how you play your cards.
True.
That's great.
Or you just do it how I do it, and you just get really high and hope for the best. You know, whatever happens, happens, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but otherwise you're all going to watch me play for 20 minutes. And isn't that what Simic really is about?
At its core.
Begrudgingly.
Kind of.
I love that. Anyways, Chris, what horrors are you going to bestow upon us today, friend?
This one, it's not so bad, right? Moment of Reckoning. It's
what colors
7
are
mana. It is silver quill colors. It's
Okay,
white and black.
it's okay. I will
Yeah.
get there. That's at the top.
So it's 3, 2 white, and 2 black for a sorcery. Choose up to 4. You may choose the same mode more than once. And then it just has 2 modes to choose from. Destroy target non-land permanent, or return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This card is a bomb. I love bombs. I play too many high mana value spells in my deck, and I don't think I'm going to be able to resist playing this one too. It just does things I want to be doing in any game. If you're choosing the right targets with this spell, you are getting your value out of it. I think choosing 4 is a big deal. You're either time locking your opponents for more than the 7 mana investment you made if you get big stuff from them, or you bring back big stuff of your own beyond 7 mana that you're spending to cast it. You're cheating either way. And then the other thing about this card is it's not just hitting creatures from the graveyard. It's hard to get non-creature permanents out of your graveyard unless you're in like a dedicated enchantment or artifact deck that's trying to do that. So I think the flexibility on this card is really awesome.
It is a really cool card. It reminds me of the Kytana. What are they called? The wizards in Marvel.
Oh, like the sorcerers from.
Yeah, the sorcerers and the sorcerer supreme
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
looks like it's out of a comic book
This
panel.
does.
It looks
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's holding a train, they're casting spells. It does look very like cinematic.
It's
That's
got
one
the
of the
whip holding his
archaics,
wrist.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wandering Archaic or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man,
They do look very cool.
I want to play Shadow of the Colossus now.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Rachel. That was
Hell
for you.
yeah. I will do my moment. I was there.
If you've never played Shadow of the Colossus, shout out to a very old at this point PS2 game. It's amazing. It's a masterpiece.
Truly. Cannot recommend it enough.
Yeah.
It's another one with a great name.
Oh
Like,
Yeah.
just because it is a potential like turning point in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because like if someone board wipes and you cast this in response and you bring back your best like 3 things and you get rid of the thing that they kept on board,
Mm-hmm.
like perfect. It's such a good name for this card.
The flavor text is also very good. Like changing
was
that
reading
fate
that,
threatens
yeah.
their very existence. Like it's a
Mhm.
very good. I just like the whole card. It's very good.
Yeah, it's I can also see a reprint value in this, like being in other sets. It's very, very pretty, very good. I like it. I think if you don't know how to build around these colors, it's going to be hard to actually use because these are famously to me the colors of I don't have the right colors and I don't have enough mana, it's like, dude, just play more rocks, man. Like,
Yeah, you definitely want to put this in the right kind of deck. If you're not going to have good targets to bring back, it's probably not worth it to just remove 4 things that way. But if you are getting, both sides, if you can make sure that it's flexible for your deck, meaning you have good options for both sides, then yeah, I think it's worth playing. Like I would not play this in my Felisa deck because that curve is really low to the ground.
mhm.
But in my Baitor deck, which I will happily talk about again, it would definitely go in there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I could see definitely the utility. I love anything that's modal. I love modal.
Mhm.
I don't talk about my love for modal spells, but I don't use them a lot. But when I have a chance to fit it in the right deck, I'm like, oh, another spree card. Yes.
Spree.
And is this a new format for this too, to just have 2 options and then be like, choose 4 times?
I think it's been done, but I could be wrong. It is kind of unique though.
I've not personally, in all the time I've played, known about anything like that, but also sometimes people bring up cards I never thought would have existed in the time I played. So
Right.
maybe,
Trying to-
but it's a carte blanche thing. Yeah, whatever. A lot of times in these color schemes, especially in like 3 colors with large costs, you see like the ruinous cycles and stuff like that, where it's just kind of like all asymmetrical good stuff. But this really rides a fine line into it, and that's the closest I can think of for that, honestly.
Yeah, Monica, you might be right. I just looked up the 2 cards I was thinking of that might be like that, and they're not. So you might be totally right about that.
That's super cool.
I am glad they're playing in this space. They know we
Yeah.
love modal cards. They know a lot of us have neurospicy conditions that make choice important to us.
Mhm.
So this is good.
Sorry, I just I was looking at something on my phone and got triggered a little. It'll be involved in my next card.
Oh, brother.
It's
Not a
just
preview.
I hadn't read the flavor text of it until just now. Anyways, yeah, I like it. That's a good card. You've been picking bangers, man.
There's a
Yeah, for
lot of
sure.
bangers in this set.
Yeah,
Also that.
I'm over here like, here's my cute crab. Here's the landfall thing, and he's like, here's how I'm gonna make all my friends mad.
Here's how I'm gonna fuck shit up.
Yeah, I'm here to
Anyway, here's a
win.
board wipe.
Enjoy.
Hey, that's
Y'all
a
just have
preview of my
this.
next pick. Yeah, I did pick a board wipe for my next pick.
Let's go. Let's go.
Rachel, what do you got? What's up next to you?
I would like to talk about Black Loafing Pest.
Hell yeah.
Is this this
Little
is
guy.
a black green card, isn't it?
He is. He is.
I'm going the wrong direction.
And I felt like I needed to do this
Oh,
after you were like,
yeah.
let me do the cute fractal crab, and I was like, all right, this is the time.
Oh,
So I would like to
Oh,
reserve my
yeah.
right to also speak on one card that is just really, really cute. And a lot of this, my choice to talk about it is based on how freaking adorable this little freaking guy is. And there's a little bit of story about him, and I will tell you. So it's not on this card, but this is the card that I like. It's on the other one that it has flavor text, and it says that his dad, Blex, Blex, has died. And in the OG Strixhaven, it's Blex Vexing Pest, I believe.
Mhm.
And
Uh-huh.
the story is that for Witherbloom, pests are kind of like pets, and they're cared for, but they ultimately become fodder for powerful spells by way of draining their life essence. So I mean, like that's kind of sad, but Blex, his dad, saw his like comrades leaving, not returning to their enclosure after they've been taken. So he plots to escape from that. He does not want to be drained of his life essence. So he basically like flew the coop, and then it became a Witherbloom tradition to send like new students out, kind of like hazing, honestly, to go on a search party to locate the escapee. So this is now his son, Bleck, not Blex, but Bleck. And there's not too much to him. It's one, a black and a green. says whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each pest, bat, insect, snake, and spider you control. And he's a 3/4. He's a cute little guy. I think we kind of like with your crab and this guy. Like I could see value in this. I have a Shelob deck, and it's like all spiders, and he's just so cute, and I just love him, and I want to hold him and be his friend.
It's
Yes.
just the story you're talking about. I think that's really interesting. But the flavor text on the regular art version of this card, despite Blex's passing, Witherbloom students still continued the tradition of a yearly search in his honor. His son, however, took little effort to find. So Bleck, he likes them. It seems like he's
He
not.
does.
He's
He
there.
does. He's loafing like a cat. I mean, y'all have cats. You know when they do the loaf, and I love it when they like flip their little paws in, and they're just like a little loaf of bread. I'm imagining that this big old thing, this big behemoth, is out there chilling in the forest, and is like, actually, these guys are kind of cool. They probably bring me snacks and stuff.
I didn't notice this card in the previews, but I think it's awesome. I think it's a really cool build around if you decide to go that way. I had a Belladros Witherbloom deck a while ago, and it'd be perfect in there because you're making pests every upkeep, and then you can do something with them. I like the redesign of pests in this set too.
Yeah,
So you get to keep them. Maybe you get attack with
I
them
like
instead of
them.
sacrificing them.
Yeah, some of the pests before they kind of look like Sarlacc pit or something, like the
Yeah.
the Dune popcorn bucket. You know what I'm talking about? Jai Halud. Ah. Yeah,
You
so
just
this guy's
spiked your
cute.
mic.
I mean, yeah, sorry to all the headphone users
No,
when I
it
just
cut out
summoned
on the recording. You're good.
Oh my god.
I have a failsafe in for it, but you went out,
We
and I was
broke
like,
it.
oh, she really went for it.
Oh, I was going for it. I was gonna start beating on the sand and summoning the big old worm. Yeah, that's my card, guys.
I
We
love
love
Just a little
him.
guy.
I
I
don't
love
have much
him.
to add about it other than, yeah, that's a cute little guy.
I
There's
hope they
never
make
been
a
a
plush
better
of him.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. Like, how can we commission somebody to do it? I will take it
If
to
they
work.
don't do it, I will crochet it. That's what I'm
Oh my
saying.
god, I will fund the whole operation. Don't tempt me.
You can add each other on Discord.
Sugar Mama Bleck.
Oh my god, yes.
Dear
I've never
Lord.
seen a better commander for Swarm Yard. It's
Oh,
Right.
you know what?
like,
Yes.
Oh, I forgot Swarmyard existed.
how could you forget Swarm Yard existed?
Because
No.
when I think Swarmyard, I think about Compy Swarm, and then I think about Jurassic Park, and then I just want to watch Jurassic Park.
Nah, nah.
Okay.
And
I
the
think
brain
we're
cell was
riffing.
here on that day. The brain cell was in that Waffle House with us on that day.
What?
Monica's
I love
dying in the
Waffle
other
House.
room. Alright. Does anybody else want to dote on this little guy again, other than like we're slowly turning it into a Pokemon battle now?
It's an honorary kitty.
Honorary
Yes.
kitty. Alright, so for our last picks, we can either secede for time purposes if we want, or we can share one more. It's completely up to you guys. I lost my pen. I'm holding my pen. Rachel, do you want to do one more, or would you like to cede your time over? It's up to you. Or would you like to talk about a mystical archive that's also on the table?
I think I'll talk about a mystical archive to shake it up. And I mean, we've seen these things before, so there's not, a ton for me to expound upon, but I did select Ad Nauseum for mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
Rachel, this is gonna take up my spot
No,
because I love Ad Nauseum, and I'm so glad they reprinted it.
but
I'm
we
so
both
excited.
get to talk about it. Yes. Yeah, I was really excited to see this. I mean, Ad Nauseum has been a card that I've legitimately wanted to pick up for a while, but it was kind of cost prohibitive. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was first printed in Shards of Alara and then in Double Masters, but I mean, it's just an expensive card. So I have the
It
proxy, of course.
was
But
correct. I have it on the screen. Shards of Alara, Double Masters, and then now it's Secrets of Strixhaven, which I'll also pull up the Japanese art
bing
since I have it
bong.
here.
I also like the cohesiveness between all of the art styles. I mean, the original one is kind of grisly and off putting. And I am a person that kind of like, I like things that disturb me.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know how to say it in a
No, I
nicer
get
way than
that.
that, but like the doom and gloom, I don't know. It just calls to me, and so it's hella metal. I really like it. Ad nauseum in Latin is like to the point of nausea, or in layman's terms, like talking about something to the point where everyone is sick of it. And I think all of us, as some mentally spicy, neurodivergent people, can probably have been on the side of talking about something till the point that it annoys other people. And I'm like super fortunate that of all of my yapping to Jase, that he's never gotten annoyed about me talking about like why Shadow of the Colossus is like the best game ever, and basically everything I've ever seen in my lifetime, how that's foundational to who I am as a person today. But
Oh, poor Jose.
everybody knows what ad nauseum does, but if you play your cards right, you have Teferi's protection out, or like Phyrexian Unlife or something. There's really like no downside of drawing your whole deck if you're after the pieces of your win con, or assuming that ad nauseum resolves in the first place. But I'm like super into the art here. It's just like word vomit all over the place. My husband says that I'm like a fountain of useless knowledge that just lets it all out. So that's probably actual footage of me talking about horseshoe crabs and their contributions to pharmaceuticals.
Oh,
Um,
definitely, yeah.
yeah, that's probably actual. Like, where'd they get that photo of me?
Yeah, for those who don't know, this is an older card. This is a very common CEDH card. It is Ad Nauseum, 3 and 2 black, an instant. Reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to its mana value. You may repeat this process any number of times. It is a massive combo bomb for finishing in CEDH. It's a really good card. I was so excited. This was on a lot of people's wish lists that we interviewed on the show, as well as Vampiric Tutor, which is another Mystical Archives. But I love the Japanese art so much. I have it pulled up on the screen. It's beautiful. It's very similar
Mm-hmm.
to the one that the original art, and its flavor text I think is
I love the
wonderful.
flavor
Of
tags.
the forbidden book. Okay, librarian, read it off for us. Tell us what it says.
Some areas are off limits for the preservation of the books, others for the preservation of the students. By Isabel
Nice.
Biblioplex Archivist.
And as far as where Ad Nauseum stands in the history of black cards, competitive cards, and just a good card, that is very good flavor text for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Um, any of the other players wanna chime in about this pick? I think we're all pretty cool about it.
Is
We
good.
know it.
Chris, any thoughts?
I love the art. I agree.
Excellent. We're all like, this is a filthy, disgusting card, and
We love it anyway.
we're happy it's here, I guess.
It's great when you're doing it, not great when you're on the other
Yes.
side of it and you're like, well,
Also,
guess
just
I'll just
if
sit here.
anybody is watching, here's just some of the mystical archives. They're really good arts. This is the.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna pull up one because I see my time, but I am gonna bring up one other thing. It's just this was my favorite one. Giant growth. Go look it up. Big squirrel.
Big squirrel.
That's it. Anybody? You got anything else to say, Rachel, about Adnaz?
I don't love it, hate it.
It's cool, man. I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I do hope I get one. I do hope they print the hell out of it. I think cardboard shouldn't be any more than like 2 cents. So,
Period.
all right, we're going into finals. Chris, would you like to cede your time or talk about another card or swap it for a mystical archive? It's the balls in your court, man, as you sports people say.
I would think that you know me well enough to know I'm not gonna not talk about Magic cards. Um,
Yeah. It,
so I said my next one's a board wipe. It's Withering Curse. It's a black spell. So for one black black at sorcery speed, I feel like this is a modal spell, even though it's not technically a modal spell. So it says all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. And then the infusion is if you gained life this turn, destroy all creatures instead. So if you're in a deck that gains life, whether it's passively or a big part of the game plan, you're in control of the flexible card. You know, if you want to wipe a bunch of tokens, do like a one-sided board wipe, get rid of everybody's small stuff while you've got the big stuff, you can do that. And if you're in control of the timing of when you gain life, you can do just the regular board wipe too. But the best part about it is that it's 3 mana. So, like Toxic Deluge, the advantage there, part of the advantage there, is you're rebuilding on the same turn you cast it. You don't have to wait a turn cycle after casting a big board wipe. That's what makes, Damnation and Toxic Deluge attractive.
oh yeah. I didn't know about this card. I don't know when they revealed this card. Because the one reason I picked today to record this is because I know Wizards like the back of my hand, and they were going to reveal everything by this date. Uh, Too predictable in my opinion, but everybody's got to prepare for draft, and everybody's got to prepare for their videos. Like not us. Hey, there's a bunch of little guys in this, Chris.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Yeah,
real
I think it's a
cute.
fun card. I'm definitely going to play it based on the meta that I usually play in lots of token decks. Um, I think it goes in, again, Baitor or a lot of other decks I play.
Yeah, this is a cool card. I'm gonna open the floor. Anybody wanna know how cute these little guys are?
I was literally just about to say how cute all the stack of Lumerettes is.
I
They're
love
so
them.
cute.
I love them. That card is super sick. I'm really interested in infusion, and I'm kind of like, preparing myself too for where I'm going with pre-release and which
Mhm.
school I'm gonna pick. But I'm really vibing with like the life gain. I just
Mm-hmm.
am. I think
Mm-hmm.
I overlooked this card too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
great.
get to talk about it because I've got backup cards in here, but I think there's a lot of cool mechanics in the set for limited, like blinking stuff in white and black is kind of a sub theme.
If
Like,
you wanna throw out another card to look at, I'll pull it up. We can
no,
talk about it real quick.
that's okay.
Okay, it's completely up to you, man. It's a good card. I like it. That's a you two have made such banger selections. I'm a little self-conscious, Rachel and Chris.
No, I love your selections. Hello.
See, you're at a
You
disadvantage because
influenced
you don't have
me.
black. Black is just the best color, so that's why you get the
It,
best card.
it is kind
It
I
of
is.
OP.
I agree. I have gone on many tangents about how the only problem with black is it does not do anything to enchantments and artifacts, really. Nothing really to artifacts, not the little bit to enchantments, but yeah, other than that, it
Yeah,
does everything you want it to do.
there's 3 spells in black, mono black now that deal with enchantments, but that's it.
Yeah, and but other than that, it is so versatile. Yesterday I was playing high level mono black, and if I would have had just one pip, because those are the margins you play with at high level, I would have
Mhm.
ended the game, and instead I got countered, and that's why I'm gonna put a
Oh,
mana vault in my mono black deck.
there you go.
Oh, good selection, Chris. Thank you for everything you brought forward. We're gonna move on to Monica. You can either cede your time, talk about a mystical archive, or tell us your last card. Wow, that is a hold on. That is a whole real ass person looking thing, right?
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
That's
Just
very
distracted by the
yeah.
hyperrealism. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody's like, who is
Extremely
that
realistic hands.
person? God, it's
They're
like in
very excited about those leeches too. Like why?
Fire Force
Well,
when
he's a
Shinra
collector.
True.
when Shinra goes and sees what the past looked like. Oh my god. Cuz
Oh
like
my
this
god.
this is not that. Why does everyone look kind of anime? Sorry, Monica, what's your next card? What are you picking?
Okay, I'm gonna marginally cheat and do a quick shout out and then talk about another card because we've talked about one EDH staple in the Mystical Archives, but there is another that I'm excited about because we also don't own it, and that's Flusterstorm. So if you can just throw
Mm,
that up in post, perhaps, um,
Sure.
I'm very excited that Flusterstorm is also getting a reprint. Another one that's pretty needed because it doesn't get a lot of prints. It has more than add-ons, but not that many. Um, the card I actually wanted to talk about, just because I think it's cool, is Flashback. And
What is what are
I
what
will.
what are
It's
colors?
mono red, and it's a
I th-
single red pip.
I thought it was mono red, but I'm going wrong.
Yep.
Yep.
It is target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. So we'll see this a lot of times where there'll be like an iconic spell from a set and it comes back as an actual mechanic name, as a keyword.
mhm.
Um, this is the first time I'm aware of a keyword going into its own card. And just to have a one red instant way to be able to cast something is perfect. It's again doing that. It's a little more of a lore hold choice, of course, because it's
Mhm.
pulling out of the grave. But I was just too excited about like seeing flashback as an actual card. I was like, ah, it's its own thing now. Um, and this is another one that's gonna go in Kuja.
Of
Um,
course.
just a threat. Yeah, I was so happy to see this.
I
Yeah.
like it. I've overlooked that. That definitely could go in my Bria deck because that is all
Mm,
spell slinger, and that just could make some space for other things.
Mhm.
I
yeah.
think what one I think I brought this card up to you the moment it was spoiled, and I was like, hey, this is kind of cool, and then I didn't think you were actually gonna pick it or that it had a reflection on you. You may not even remember me doing that because we were kind of talking about him sympathetically or whatever. But I want to talk about the art direction real quick. Even though this is a mono red card, and any of the monocolor cards, you can tell which colleges they belong to just based
Mhm.
on the art, and I thought that was really cool. Anyways, Chris, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I don't know. I like it. I have a Savine the Chronoclasm deck I'm working on because I like to do graveyard stuff, and I'm trying to do it in colors that aren't black to see how that goes. So it goes right in there. Um, it's fun because Savine just copies any instant or sorcery you cast from your graveyard the first time each turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
The fact that it's an instant means, I can, because it's the first time each turn, so I don't have to do it on my turn. A lot of the flashback stuff that's naturally flashback is at sorcery speed.
mm-hmm.
I hadn't even thought of that. That's oh, I don't do spell slinger. I'm
I
having more
love it. I hate
flashbacks,
it.
guys.
I
It's
love
not
it.
good.
Well,
I
here
can
you
hear
go. Now
Robin
you got a card
Williams.
for it. Flashback.
I do want to make like one small note. If you want to know what is happening in that art depiction, it's in Quintorius's episode of the Magic Story. It's very, very interesting. There's a cameo of someone I never expected to show up.
Ooh. Okay.
Is it Jase
Okay.
Bellerin?
No, it's actually Rorschach. I mean, Jake. We need another episode to talk about Jace. I'm sorry, but it's somebody else. Somebody else, completely different.
Oh, okay. I could, yeah. I got in on one of yours with Jace, and I was like, I feel like he really trying to fix stuff this time, and it's just making everything worse now.
That's all he does, man. That is all that man does. He needs to just sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, oh, by the way, if anybody hears people calling me Jace, it's not spelled the same. I'm not.
It is
I'm
not.
not like that. I went by Jace before I even played this game. I didn't know. I went by Jace before Planeswalkers were even really cards, which was before I played the game. So, anyways, that little tangent's over. I like this Monica. This is a good card.
I like it too. Good
Yeah,
choice.
good choice. Good.
Thank you.
Everybody getting banger choices. Um, Kytana, before I move on to your last one, I want to throw out something for this is specifically for Monica and Chris, and I want to show you the flavor text I was reading. It says, "What the mind conceives began Dean Adrix. Magic can achieve," assured Dean Nev. And I was like, ugh! Adrix and
No,
Nev
they do that.
popping up in my video.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
We were playing against an Adrix
Haunted.
and Nev deck earlier this week, and it made me feel away.
It makes it worse that they do the twin talk thing. That's canonical now.
Spooky twins. Okay. Anyways, Kytana, what's up? What's the Lorehold representative got to close us out before we do our final thoughts and final talks?
Okay, this is maybe a controversial pick. It's Shattered Acolyte. It's 1 and a white.
This is I think the first just white card we've talked about. There it is. What's so controversial? What's your hot take? Oh, you picked a common. I had a common as one of mine.
So it's just 1 and a white, lifelink. You pay 1, sacrifice this creature, destroy target artifact or enchantment. I picked it for 2 reasons. The first one is that I think it's gonna be pretty good. Like a 2/2 lifelinker for 2 in like a sealed format is gonna be pretty solid. And then being able to like sack it to destroy something that is pretty significant on someone else's board will be okay. The real reason I was excited about this card is because I play the Jolly Balloon Man, and I want to make 1,000,000 of this guy and then destroy everyone else's bullshit. And that gives me joy. Because really the point of that deck is to copy every 2-mana common I have and make everyone else's life miserable. So I saw this card and was like, that's not that great. How can I make it good? And I said, the clown.
Yeah, with the lifelink too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can either sack it at my end step and then nothing happens, or I can pay 1 and sack it after swings. It's pretty good.
I was just looking at the art, and this is what I look like after I finish editing a video.
As I say, I had my butt saved by a Cathar Commando yesterday, and this is a little bit that, but instead of flash, you have lifelink, which I think is better long term. It depends on the situation, but yeah, this is very viable and sealed, and a good little guy.
Yeah. I always approach sealed from Boros, which might be boring, but listen, if I can hit hard and gain life when I'm starting at 20, I'm gonna do it.
I think
boring
I've got
is good
2
and
decks
sealed
for this. I think it goes right into Baitor again, lifelink, put a bunch of counters on it, whatever. Just repeatable because I can reanimate it every turn. But in Felisa, if I get the counters on it and then it sacks itself to actually do something I want to do, as well as make Inklings.
Rude.
That's sweet. That's a cool card.
Anytime you bring up Inklings, I think about that game you and I played where we made clones of Morbid Opportunist and just kept cloning it, and my whole goal was to deck you out because I had no other way to beat you. And then I finally looked at what Zergo does and was like, oh, you guys should all be dead. That's my bad. Yeah. Whoops. I had aristocrats on the board.
I've decked myself out twice in the past 3 weeks.
Dang.
Hell yeah.
Feels bad.
Hell
I don't know. I was at least doing things. It was exciting, even if it, go on with a bang.
That's the most balanced thing I do with Choco is my one grace in here is there's not really any tutors. There's a worldly tutor and I might deck myself. Other than that, I have no way to recur my graveyard, so once it's in there, it's kind of done for me.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, that's the balance that needed. Thanks. I'm like, what do you want me to do? I don't know.
Isn't there a card Jose always talks about that shuffles your graveyard back into your library? Elixir of Immortality.
Yep.
Yeah. So maybe I should start playing that.
I can
Elixir
give you
mentioned.
I have so many. If
it's a real episode of Chatter Gang now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get Jose on the spot and we're just gonna have one episode where all we do is talk about Elixir Immortality for an hour. Get ready,
And
you
Haunted
better figure.
Cloak.
Nope, that's gonna be a separate video. Uh,
You
it's gotten
have
to
to
the
do the
point
opposite.
where I have so many JPEGs of Elixir of Immortality, and I got tired of looking at it, that if you watch it visually, I have other cards that include the name Elixir in it in place of Elixir of Immortality.
Oh my.
Um. Anyways, we're gonna move on to final thoughts. I appreciated all of your cards. You guys all picked things that I didn't look at. I went unfortunately, and anybody who's in the creator space, whether they're active or not, or have to be aware of things, we're looking at cards constantly. It is kind of not fun sometimes, but for the most part, it's like, oh, cool, here's the stuff. And then everybody starts talking about it, and you're like, I know what every card in this set does, and it's driving me crazy. So this little project with you guys gave me a relief of not having to look at every single thing over and over and over again now. So I really appreciate that. You guys all brought really cool cards to the table, even though you had such a limited selection pool. The only thing I want to leave on for final thoughts is I do want to bring up, because the artifacts in here were pretty limited, the lands in here were pretty limited. I do like the arts. We're not really going to talk about that. These full arts are real cool.
Mhm.
I do want to bring up a land that really excited me, and then give Kytana a chance to talk about a land I didn't even see until this. And the first one is Petrified Hamlet. It's just when this land enters, choose land card name. Activated abilities of sources with that chosen name can't be activated unless their mana abilities. Lands with the chosen name have tap, add a colorless, and it has tap, add a colorless. I think it's pretty good utility. I don't think it's anything that's too crazy. It's very situational, and you want to have it in a situational. I could see where it could be decent for a high powered drop if you want to shut somebody's stuff down. This could definitely shut down uh, any Yavimaya tactics, any crypt tactics, any ancient tomb tactics, and it has some utility. Is it the craziest? Are a lot of people going to run it? I don't know, but there is a little heart in the building right here, and I think
Oh,
that's
I see
cute.
it.
Um, yeah, so I wanted to talk about this land. You guys don't have to talk about it. I just thought we'd give at least one of the new lands their justice. Uh,
Yeah.
any thoughts
I
on
could
this
see
for
it
anybody?
turning off a Maze of Ith, but I'm
Yes.
trying to think of other lands that it actually turns off because Three
Mm-hmm.
Tree City, Nick, those are mana abilities,
Yeah.
so you can't turn those off.
Yeah,
But Maze
and
of Ith,
I'd
I'd
be
turn off
happy with a Maze of Ith.
Arcane Lighthouse. I think it would turn off, right?
fuck Tim. That's all I'm gonna say. You all don't really know. Some people in this call know Tim. Fuck Tim. Fuck Maze of Ith. I'm standing on this soapbox. I hate that fucking card. It needs to be banned. I don't care if it's a personal band and if it's a great band. I hate this goddamn card so much. I'm not gonna read what it does. Don't put it in your deck. Burn all the copies. All right, I'm done.
I would turn off my Deserted Temple that I keep in my mono black big mana deck to untap my Nykthos and my Cabal coffers, so I would not be able to use them twice. So I'm sure there's a lot of corner cases where it makes sense.
I think it could be used as a slowdown tool, but that's all I really wanted. I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't think the lands here are doing anything crazy. But I'll move on just for the sake
Strip
of
mine,
time.
right?
I'll take Strip Mine over Maze of Ith. I'm a swingy player, so uh, Strip Mine tactics are cool too. But Sky Coach Waypoint, Katana, you wanna talk about this card because I didn't know this existed.
Yeah, I got really excited. Like, one, from a sealed standpoint, if you get a bunch of prepared cards, but can't really get the prepared condition met at pre-release, and you pull the land for it, it's one way to get your prepared spell off. So if you just also want to just mess around with the mechanic or try it out, I feel like this is a good quote unquote conditionless way to get your spells prepared. And I like that they put it in the set so that even if you couldn't get the condition met, you could still try out the mechanic, if that makes sense. And
Yeah,
there's a fail safe basically.
Yeah.
it's
I feel
like
like you're
this and that.
super happy if you open this in your sealed pool.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's like this and that one little artifact guy, Jason post, make it fly across the screen. And that one also unprepares things, which is funny. So I'm just glad they built in a couple of different ways to like let you cheat it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that I'm getting told what to do as I'm the host today.
It's
Future Jason, make it
Biblioclex
fly
Homekeeper.
across.
You're always my husband.
So anyways, I was gonna bring. This is one fun thing I want to do with this is like I do believe there are some creatures that allow you to untap permanents when you tap it. Staff of Domination with this and just going nuts because I love Staff of Domination. That lets you untap a target creature and then you can pay a certain amount of untap. It's a good like tap combo if you have a lot of ramp and a lot of mana. And you can go crazy with this, and you can pay into it with that excess mana you use and just kind of cycle prepared and unprepared if you wanted to make a really specific kind of deck, and I love doing that. So I'm glad that Kytana pointed this card out before we started recording. I think it's neat. Well, that's Strixhaven, guys. That's one for the
Woo.
books. We've been recording for a while, and
Woo.
I
We
was
graduated.
no.
We're so
Yay.
smart.
Toss.
Cap toss.
You guys went to graduation.
No.
Is this not graduation?
I um I did go to my graduation begrudgingly. I did not want to go. I was like, this is pointless. I don't want to do this.
I went to my high school one, but that was it.
Oh, I didn't finish college. Oh, yay! I'm a college graduate now.
Woo!
We
I'm
need
back on board.
certificates.
Yeah.
We should make ourselves diplomas.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
can I make Strixhaven diplomas?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Please.
Make Strixhaven diplomas, and
Hell yeah.
we'll post them. Post them with
Excellent.
with all of our signatures so people can dox us.
Not that. Not that.
Yeah, it's all coming together and playing the long con, the long game.
Yeah, we'll have our social security numbers, our signatures, and on the back, our mom's maiden names.
Yeah, they can take my debt too while they're at it.
Yeah.
All that Strixhaven debt.
Hey,
There we
yeah.
go.
Mage College is expensive.
I want to
believe that.
imagine they're not a capitalist society so badly.
I would hope.
You think Silver Quill is letting people go to college for free? That is
Hey.
wrong.
They're not Orzhov. Come on.
They're not. Although Killian is a Nepo baby, so I don't think he's paying for anything.
is Killian in this set?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
His
He's in the
dad is
commander,
the
the commander product.
his dad's the dean.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know
He
anything
is a
about
Nepo baby.
anything.
Oh, then
Anyways,
this college is expensive as hell.
You know it's gotta be. They're bougie.
Oh yeah. There's no full rides.
oh my lord. I think I gotta wrap this up before it dissolves. We've been on here for a while. I'm so sorry. I wanted to make this go as fast as I could. I hope
You have to edit it.
enjoy listening to it. I don't really edit these. I just kind of let them play for the 2 hours that they play and then go, good enough. Put it out there.
You gotta make all the cards
Love
fly
it.
across the screen.
You do.
Monica, I need you to edit this one for me. I'm tired.
You send this
Anyways.
one to Jose and he edits it.
Ooh.
Ooh. Anyways, man, that Hatsune Miku card. Sorry, it sounded like someone said ooh woo. Just to state before we go, and I clear this out, there is a demonic tutor on a prepared card. There's a sign in blood on a prepared card. I absolutely can't wait to see all the stuff that comes out of it. I appreciate you all coming on and recording this with me. It was something that I was
Oh
really
my god, look at that
excited
little
about.
frog guy.
What little frog guy?
Him.
Him?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I was just scrolling through for the end credits. Yeah, everybody look at this little frog guy. Anybody else have anything they want to plug, anything they got going on? I know that you're all not content creators. We're going to end on this. That's just going to stay there. Rachel, what do you got going on? You got anything you want to plug, anything you want to talk about before we go?
Oh, all I want to say is thank you for having me. Thank you all for making this such a fun thing to yap about cards. I love nothing more than gathering with friends and talking about the shit that we like, which is new stuff, shiny cardboard. We all love it. I don't really have a lot going on. I've been covering the lore, I've been working, I've been doing lab stuff in the background, but I'm kind of coming into my summer phase where the seasonal depression is over, so I've been posting more, but that's kind of it. I just thanks for having me. It's been a blast.
Thanks for being on. We love having you on. We're gonna do a follow up episode eventually. I'm pretty sure you're more down with it than our schedules are. So,
Hell yeah.
and
You know
then
I'm down.
then everybody gets to listen in real time. You and I make Jose feel real confused and go, like a dad while we talk about our special interests.
We still have to talk about the potato famine. I mean,
I've brought
we
that up
do.
4 separate times since we've talked about that, even including dang, that should have been a St. Patrick's Day episode. We screwed up.
Damn it.
Oh man, the next year.
Okay,
Uh,
we'll run it back.
Chris, anything you want to plug?
No,
everybody's not
nothing
really
to
a plug.
plug. Yeah, not really a creator, but really excited. Like talking about these cards just makes me want to go play Magic right now. Like this set is really cool. I had high expectations for it, and it like far exceeded even those expectations. I'm very excited for pre-release. I might do it twice.
Yeah, and then I know we were talking about possibly doing a draft, so I'm also
Yes,
excited to do that with y'all.
the
Also,
draft is set. It is no longer theoretical. It's happening. Let's do
ec-
it.
excellent. Monica, you got anything you want to say before you go? You got anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? You should post hula hoop videos. What?
No. Um, Wizards. That's it.
Hell yeah. Katana, talk about libraries and why they're important and why people should go to them.
You should go to your local library. It's good for you. You can gather there with your friends. Gather the books. No, but seriously, go to your local library. They're good for you. They're good for your emotional and social well-being, and learn something new. Also have fun at your local pre-release if you go. Bye.
Yeah, stay safe. On behalf of everyone here, thank you for joining us. Thank you for looking at Strixhaven. And I hope you all have fun at your pre-releases. Stay safe. Support everybody around you because the government's not here to help us anymore. And we love you. Bye.
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 I
Thank you, Chris. Recording now. And apparently, as soon as I hit record, I had to cough. That was fun. Oh, just because it's recording doesn't mean you have to stop talking. That's awkward as hell.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to do like
Yeah.
the pause thing and then.
No. I was gonna prompt you for that. I mean, well, this is
Oh,
going
okay.
in. No, you're
thought there's
fine.
gonna be an intro.
We were being good noodles.
Right.
Yeah.
Joke's
Let
on
me
you.
not
This
fuck it
is
up.
the intro. Welcome to Chatter
It's
Gang.
a big old bloopers reel.
Oh no.
Yes.
You
I've
got
done it.
unlimited content from me at that point.
Yeah, I've actually been recording the whole time.
Okay, Samurai.
Is that copyrighted?
I hope it's copywritten. That would be cool, man. Just copyright phrases. That's not possible in a lot of places. Alright, I'm ready now. I am gonna put that in.
It's about to go down.
Oh, I just realized there's a worm. Oh man. Okay. Just quiet for everybody. Sorry, Jose sent me a message and it made me laugh.